What's going on, guys? So there are three things that we need to discuss that are going to greatly impact your entire thought process when it comes to trading, all right? Those three things are going to be risk management, also known as capital disruption, and the way that we can try to avoid that, okay? Probability, and then of course, profits versus learning, all right? It's all about mindset. Trading is all psychological, okay? So if you're a new trader, then this information is going to be very, very, very huge for you, all right? Stay tuned and we'll get right into it. But before we jump right into the intro, hey, like, subscribe, comment, hey, join the team, and let me know how you felt about the video, all right? Let's go.
I work hard every motherfucking day, I work hard, I work hard.
All right, you all. So let's go over capital management, risk reduction, and the way that we can try to avoid capital disruption, okay? Which is when you blow up your entire account, which is something that 90% of traders actually end up doing. So when it comes down to risk management, you don't want to YOLO trade. I'm not sure why a lot of traders want to do that. And if you don't know what YOLO trading is, that's essentially when someone bets their entire account on a play, or essentially when they place all of the money that they have in their account on one stock. Not a very good idea. So you don't want to do that, okay? And typically speaking, whenever you're looking at making your plays, you want to have a very nice balance when it comes to risk versus reward. Typically speaking, if I'm going to risk only one for the three that I'm trying to gain, so my risk versus reward is always going to be a 1-to-3 ratio. So if I'm going for, let's just say, a $30 play, then that means I'm only risking $10. If I'm going for a $100 play, I'm only going to risk about $33. Does that make sense? If I'm going for $300, then I'm only going to risk $100. That's the most that I'm willing to lose, all right? Now, it's very important that you always know how to use a stop loss, whether you're a day trader or a swing trader. Very important. Do not make a trade without using a stop loss, because at any given time, things can go south. It's the truth, and it's happened to me plenty of times, but I always have a stop loss, always set, like no matter what. Stop loss is like my best friend if I had one. But whenever it comes down to it, you gotta be able to be defensive as a trader, all right? That's very important. When it comes to risk management, I cannot stress it enough, all right? Now, let's jump right into probability. So when it comes down to probability, always remember that you don't have to be right a whole lot in order to be successful at trading. I'm not sure if anybody told you that. You can be wrong about 40% of the time and still do very great with profits, because the amount that you lose simply don't outweigh the amount that you gain whenever you do win that 40% of the time. So even if you are losing a lot, if you're only losing like a few bucks here or there, but then when you win, you're actually winning a few hundred, at the end of the week, you can still be good and still be making pretty decent amount of money for passive income. So you don't want to get too caught up into, oh, I'm losing so much, or oh, I have all these bad trades. Focus on how much you have when all the smoke clears and all the smoke settles, all right? Now, probability is all about strategy. Without a strategy, you're going to have a really hard time when it comes to trading, all right? So make sure that you're using some type of strategy. Don't just wing it. Like, why would you want to wing it? Before you do that, you can give me that money. I like to go to the Gucci store or whatever. But when it comes down to it, you don't want to waste your money, all right? And that's what you're doing. Essentially, you're just gambling if you don't have a strategy and if you're focusing too much on the wrong things, all right? Now, the third thing and the last thing, whenever it comes down to profit versus learning, don't get so caught up into the profits, all right? A lot of times, how can I word this? Don't get so caught up into the profits. A lot of times, profits can mean little to nothing, because you can be up 1,500 and like 5 seconds later, you can be down 1,800. It's happened to me a lot. So don't get so caught up in the profits. Always focus on what you can learn from a situation. I'm not sure why so many new traders tend to focus so much on, oh, I lost, or oh, I made a bad trade, or oh, this, or oh, it doesn't matter. Learning from every single play that you made will be a lot more profitable than for you to just make a wild lucky guess and be able to walk away with some money, all right? So always be able to take something away from the situation. It's really important. You have to be able to take something away from the situation, especially if you made a bad trade. I cannot stress that enough, all right? So we went over some major no-nos, and if you're able to gather all of that information and put that into your toolbox, I think you'll be okay. And it'll also help you out when it comes to your mindset and that anxiety, because every experienced trader experiences anxiety, no matter who you are, how good you think you are. I've seen some of the best day traders freeze up for a second or two. Does not matter, all right? So controlling your thought process and controlling your mindset, it'll take you pretty far. If you have any other tips for any of the other new traders that are possibly watching this, hey, just comment below and let them know what you do to help you out whenever you're trading, or you may be having a tough day, or you may be on a losing streak. Everybody faces losing streaks, just like we all face win streaks. It happens. So without further ado, like, subscribe, comment below. Hopefully you gain something from this, and I will see you all in about 2 days. Be safe.
I would do anything they make sure I'm not in last place. If I wake up, don't make no money, that's sad.